This is Gary G. LA Live reporting for the Inland Valley News, covering the Los Angeles Rams #1 draft pick in Jared Goff. Fantastic event. Stay tuned.
The Los Angeles Rams select Jared Goff.
Ready for this moment for some time now, right, since the trade, and excited to have you all here, and we're really excited to talk about Jared. A lot of work has gone into this decision, and you know, your questions are probably, how long have you known? We've probably known for a little while. We had both, as you know, we had both Jared and Carson in, and I spent a lot of time with both of them, and came away after they both left knowing that both of them are going to be extraordinary quarterbacks in this league, and just felt really good about being in a position to where we had to choose one of them. And we spent a lot of time, and we feel like Jared's our guy. And so this is, I would say, historic, maybe monumental, but it's a big deal for this franchise to be in a position to where, you know, we can have our pick of a franchise quarterback and look forward to years to come with a player that is not only talented, but he is a great person. He's a competitor, he's a leader, he does all those things. And so, you know, we're going to wish Carson the best, and we're gonna look forward to our future here as Jared eventually becoming our starting quarterback.
Yeah, I think I'll add. I think this all started too. Our vision really starting with Stan at the top, Kevin, Jeff. I think we definitely wanted to come. We want to call it come home, but we didn't want to just come home. We wanted to come home and contend consistently. And I think this might have all started. If you look at our last 4 years, we've gone from bad to competitive. We've done it with the youngest team in football for the last 4 years, and it was helped a little bit because we kind of did a little reverse. We were on the other side of the coin a few years ago and got a lot of picks, and were able to build a strong core. And we were competitive with instability at QB, and I give Coach Fisher, his staff, all those players that have been busting their tail for the last 4 years, or 3 or 2, and that are up in Oxford now busting their tail for being competitive. And like Coach said, it goes without saying, it's been said in many ways, QB is a key ingredient if you want to contend consistently. Like Coach said, we ID'd Jared, and once we did, we wanted to figure out a way to go get him, and I think we had the ammo to do it from a couple of trades and just work in the system, and that's what we did. But yes, Jared's going to be a key ingredient, but I think those players that I just mentioned and Jeff and his staff is one of the reasons why this was the right thing to do at the right time.
Jared has a skill set that is special. He sees, he's got a quick release, he understands the quarterback position, he's going to get rid of the football, and he's extremely competitive. You know, once you look at his body of work in the red zone, scoring area, it's impressive.
I think it's 49 TDs and 2 picks.
It's impressive. He's going to keep drives alive. He understands. Nothing's too big for him. And, he's just really excited. He walks in the locker room and he fits in, and, it's his job, Now, when that takes place, I can't tell you. We still have 3 quality quarterbacks on our roster right now. But, he is the quarterback of our future.
Jared.
Well, we've had an opportunity over the last 2 years, because we've said that we've looked at all the quarterbacks. We've done privates, and just think that Jared has the skill set to be a difference maker at the position, from arm strength to mobility to all those qualities. he's a difference.
Helping turn a program around the way Jared did you see that experience kind of manifest in his personality when you guys were talking to him?
Well, it's interesting. It's a good question because he became the face of Cal at an early age, 18. He went 1-11. But what you did, once you were able to first watch him at that first year, and then go through sophomore and then junior, you definitely saw progression, not only in his play, but in the play of others, and then you saw them progress as a team, and I guess it consummated with their first bowl in a while this year. But it's interesting too. You look at that team. Now this draft's going to occur, and they're going to have some guys get drafted. But starting back, I guess Jared's freshman year, 14, there was 2 players drafted. In 15, there were no players drafted. So over those 2 years, Cal and Colorado were probably the team with the least amount of players drafted. I think Stanford led the Pac-12. So you could see that, yes, he was, I don't want to call it playing on a team was a little undermanned in the Pac-12, and they progressed over the years. But I do think being able to go through 1-11 is kind of the face of Cal, bounce back, and kind of put the thing on its back and get to a bowl. It's similar to what you're probably going to have to go through in the NFL, although we're not planning on playing
It's going to be enormous. Is there an intangible that you saw in him that lets you think he'll be able to handle that sort of pressure?
He's a guy that's going to come to work every day, and that's going to deal with whatever he needs to deal with. But he's going to come to work, and he knows about priorities. And so when you say pressure, we're not putting pressure on him. There's a lot of undue pressure that's placed on a quarterback Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday during the work week, in addition to Sunday. So we're not going to put that pressure on him. We're going to take that away, and we're going to protect him and allow him just to play, because that's what he is. He's a quarterback. He's a football player. So he's going to embrace this opportunity. He's got the personality to embrace the market. He's got the personality to be, one of those faces of the franchise. But he also understands that it's not up to him. It's collectively up to the rest of the team.
Here's how he called him tonight. First thing he said was, "How's it going, Les?"
Well, everybody's different. Jameis is different than the next quarterback, and we've always had this philosophy that we're going to play them when we think they're ready. We're not going to subject them to fail. So, whenever that is, we're going to, you're going to see him under center, but I'm not going to come out and day one announce him as a starter. I mean, it's going to happen pretty soon, sooner than probably later. But we got some things to do coaching wise. My coaching staff, and he's got to learn an offense. He's got to get to know his teammates, and he's got to get in sync with the receivers and all those things. So, when that happens, I don't know. That's always been our philosophy.
Have you been able to talk to any of the players about the draft, and if so, what was their reaction?
I've not had specific conversations with them, but we've got feedback. They're really, really excited. They're extremely excited about the trade. Okay. They have a sense for what it takes, and so most of them were very, very excited about it. So, and I'm sure, obviously we have a chance to talk to them. But we'll see them next week, and as we move through the off-season program, they're going to understand why we made this decision.
How much better record-wise do you anticipate the Rams to be as far as his performance? And what would you consider at the end of the season success?
I've never been one to predict. If I were to say, I expect us to go 12-4, then what do I tell the players about the other 4? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to make a prediction from a win-loss standpoint. I will tell you that this team is getting better, and this team is competitive, and this team, I think you all understand if you followed what we've done here the last 3 or 4 years, is this team is competing in the division. And we are, we're very, very close. So I would expect this team to get better. He may start, though, on Monday night. Don't know. That's the goal. But if he doesn't, then, as it stands right now, Case's going to do it. Case won games for us. So And this is, we understand the environment, believe me. He does. We've had lengthy conversations about it. If I had concerns about Jared being able to handle this, we probably wouldn't be talking about Jared right now. He can handle it. When he steps under center, I can't tell you. Probably sooner than later.
I do think too, we'll do what's right to develop him so that he's ready when he goes on the field on Sunday. Because I think I don't know how you go about giving the guys the stars on that sidewalk, but I have a feeling they did something to earn it. And I think in sports, you earn the star or billboard or whatever it is, you know, in our league on Sunday afternoons or Thursday nights or Monday nights.
We're happy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.